Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Shoot.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. They run again on first down. Cook. And some room to work. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
On first down, Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Blue draw courses.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 54.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Flag!
Check 49, check 49.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From his goal line here, Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. On first down, Grant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there, first down, Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check, crunch.
Tannehill on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Vikings 14, Buccaneers nothing. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Right here, right here.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
To number 15.
In for the score. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Vikings 21. Buccaneers nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. He's got Evans. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Here we go. 180!
54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Two.
Whip.
2.
Whip.
12, fellas. Here we go. Set hot.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Buccaneers 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
General West. Smooth.
At the 33.
Ready?
On 2nd down and 4. Tannehill. Open here, Adam Thielen. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Tannehill to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Tannehill now to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33.
22 jet bomber.
Check 13.
Hey, Foxtrot. Lead River.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Always got some breathing room. A big run there by Jones. 61 yards. So a big carry there, maybe trying to atone for that fumble he had earlier in this one.
Yeah, I know every coach always tells you, shake it off, let it go. You know it's in your head. You want to make up for it, and he did exactly that on that play.
They'll run it with Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 54.
You ain't got nothing.
Garoppolo now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
21.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much since.
Here we go. Hey, Alpha.
Hot. Slam.
12.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And Gay knocks this one through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Vikings' 11-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
70, Indy.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Hey, team 6.
Choose the Mike. Watch Mike.
Cut. Mike 52. Hey, I'm coming up.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17. Yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Here we go. Like 20!
54. Mike, 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Kill.
Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Mike's 5-4.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
6!
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Tannehill. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Tannehill now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Golf.
Hey, let's get this. 52's the Mike, boys. 52.
Now it's Tannehill. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Vikings first down.
Ready up.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
5-2's the Mike. Mike's 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Look at me. Zipper. Let's go.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 54.
I'm coming.
Garoppolo.
Check. Lucky.
That's complete. It's Damian Willis. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
50. I got you.
Mike. Check. Watch 54.
65. Hey, Zoo.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's caught by Howard. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here we go.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. Jones has it. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. This is Jones, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check three, check three, check three.
They'll go with Jones, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Wide, get wide.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he finds Howard complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Here we go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go again to Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
That's what I'm talking about, defense.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Yes. Hey, wahoo.
Switch. Under 10, 10.
Leo. Lead river.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Rolling to his right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a third down.
Watch 54. Exit.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bucs on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender find
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play that tight D. Don't let them breathe, defense.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. Tannehill into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's
21, 1, Omaha. Set hot.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Indy. Hey, Charlie.
5-2 is the mic.
Hey.
5-2.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check 15. Check.
Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Open man is Quinn, able to connect. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go!
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Vikings 38, Buccaneers.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Fighting to stay upright. And fights through one man. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Keep playing hard.
Ready to break.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. Here we go,
Hey, Alpha.
defense all day, all day.
Now.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sua Cravens with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand,
Here we go.
and they'll take that.
Watch 54, watch 54.
I don't even know why they
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one.